is Shazza McKenzie, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
This is Dan the Dad, your father's favorite wrestler, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag podcast. And if you turn it off, you're going to be grounded.
It's your boy, the hot topic, the baddest mamma jamma, the whole thing, Raheem De La Suede, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag podcast.
This is the Mile High Magnum Dak Draper, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag podcast.
This is Alex Strahan, referee, and Midwest Zebra catching you outside the stripes, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
Everybody, this is the anti-Pope, Greg Jovi, the best professional wrestling manager in the entire world, the best color commentator in the entire world, and the best home decor of anybody that has done this. And you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
This is KLD Kevin Lee Davidson, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag podcast.
This is the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, current, reigning, defending Impact World Champion, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
What's up, everybody? It is one half of the beautiful people and 7-time women's world champion Angelina Love. And aren't you lucky? You are watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
This is Joe Helms, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
Reach for it. Reach for it. Reach for it. I'm Matt Seidel. This is the I-70 Hot Tag.
Hey, I'm Marcus Buff Bagwell, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag, baby. Check it out, and remember, no matter what, I'm Buff, and I'm still the stuff. Ha, 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 ha.
And now, CR Media presents the I-70 Hot Tag with your host, Chaos Chase, and the real Josh Elliott.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Chase, a.k.a. CR Media, and I am here with another episode of The Pit Stop with my good friend, Josh, the real Josh Elliott. Josh, how are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic. It is Monday, ready to start this week off. It's going to be a fun episode, man. Going back in time, watching some old NWL matches. Love it.
Yes, the National Wrasslin League. Gonna watch Gil Rogers against the Mile High Magnum Dak Draper, and then the bonus match, Gil Rogers against the now chief operating officer or general manager or whatever the title is,
Matchmaker.
Whatever the cool title is,
Yeah.
Michael Strider from CSW. This is going to be lots of fun. Here's a fun thing. Obviously, we saw Gil Rogers at CSW this past weekend. Spoiler alert for those of you that weren't there. Shame on you.
I see what you did there.
Yes. And something that I don't know if I obviously watched NWL, followed NWL, went to a few events. But correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody mentioned that Gil Rogers had never won a match. That was kind of like his thing, like he never won.
So I'm glad you mentioned that because, I do the videos and I searched and searched and searched. And I probably watched 10 matches, and I could not find one that he won from NWL. From NWL. Now he has one outside of there, but because Gil Rogers, the character, yes, because he's known as Rory Fox and other promotions, but as Gil Rogers, I could not find a match that he won. So,
man, that's crazy.
Because I don't want to, I don't want to build a promo video of just him getting pinned a bunch, but I guess that is the character, so maybe I will.
Yeah, no, it was one of the guys who, one of the gentlemen with glasses who comes up to our table all the time, who was a very avid NWL follower as well, came up to me and was like, that's the first time that Gil Rogers has won a match in Kansas City. And I was like, nah. I was like, yeah. He never won in NWL. And I was like, what?
Yeah. I was just as shocked as you were.
Here's Rex Amadeus to fact check us, man. He never won as Gil in NWL. That's crazy.
Fun fact Monday.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining with us tonight. Kind of getting all the stuff out of the way here. If you are watching us on Facebook or YouTube, on the I-70 Hot Tag Facebook or YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that like button, or hit the heart, whatever emotion you want to put on there. It helps with the algorithm. It helps get us out there. Also, let us know you're watching. Put a comment in the comment section, or put some emojis in there. Like anything to just let the algorithm know that you're watching. We would greatly appreciate it. Dean Houston says, hey guys. Our good friend Hunter Dillon says, how are my two favorite knuckleheads tonight? Gears of Kai joining with us. Like I said, Rex Amadeus. Hunter Dillon says, oh God, so he was the one that had his trunks tear apart in a match with Zack Ryder. Was he?
I don't know. I did not come across a Zack Ryder match.
I think one of the CSW shows mentioned that on commentary too. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we had those 5 events this past weekend. I went to CSW. It was a hell of a show. Spoiler alert. Again, we do not have an undisputed champion in CSW, but we will next month in an Iron Man match. So stay tuned. We will obviously have the dates and all the deets to get you hooked up and let you know, where you can go see the next CSW show, or when you can go see the next CSW show. I think it's very clear where you can go see it.
Yeah. And while you were attending CSW live and in living color, I was at the house and I was able to watch Glory Pro live on Fight TV. Live, obviously. Got to see that great cage match between Warhorse and Cody Lane. Calvin Tankman and Camaro Jackson. So we're going to break down both events and the other 3 that happened this past weekend on Thursday on the Hot Tag. So lots of good wrestling that happened over the weekend.
So our good friend Hunter Dillon you said Gil Rogers wrestled on the name Roy Fox. I remember hearing Roy Fox had that happen to him. And then Gears of Kai says Hunter is right. Just looked it up. So keep that in mind. Have to ask him about that on Thursday.
Yeah.
Had his trunks tear apart in a match against Matt Cardona. Interesting.
Mental noted. and I'll forget by the end of the podcast.
Absolutely. Before we get started, guys, want to thank our sponsors. Our main event sponsor, of course, the one, the only Big Daddy's Donuts, having 3 locations in the South Kansas City metro area, all 3 being in Raymore and Belton. Go get you some awesome donuts. Probably the best donuts you'll ever have in the morning. Definitely get there before 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, because they will be sold out or limited selections. So then also want to give another shout out to one of our sponsors, Dean's Trophies. Dean's Trophies does everything from banners to t-shirts to plaques. If you've got a fantasy football league and you want to get a trophy made, hit Dean's Trophies up. Dean's Trophies made the wonderful I-70 hot tag shirts that you see us selling at the events. So make sure you go give them a shout. They are in Raymore, I apologize. They're in Belton and in Lee Summit is their 2 locations. So go check them out. Anything else, Josh?
No, just want to give a quick shout out to our guest last week, Mr. Dred Roberts. He went down to he was involved in one of the 5 events we talked about earlier, down to Mid-State Wrestling as part of that 8-man tournament to crown the first ever Mid-State Wrestling Missouri heavyweight champion. And we'll cover that bracket again on Thursday. But shout out to the nurse, Dred Roberts.
I like it. I don't hate it. Also, you can go check that interview out on the video library on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and you go to the live tab, it'll show you all the times that we've been live. You can go back and rewatch those. But we are making some treadway on the podcast version, so get ready. We are slowly climbing that ladder. So, just found a super cursed picture. I'll send it to you on Discord, Chase. You could throw him off by putting it up mid-interview. There you go. I hope his cash and prizes aren't sticking out. That would suck.
Yeah.
But guys, we appreciate you joining us. We are getting ready to watch the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper and Gil Rogers from NWL. Now, mind you, before I play this match was during the rare time that the Mile High Magnum Dak Draper was a heel in Kansas City. Didn't happen very often, but he was playing a heel here. So
he was also the NWL champion, and this match is for the title. So
John Bach wants to know, you guys ever cover anything in Illinois? We do. We just recently covered Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling. 001, I think, is in Illinois. They're on our list.
Yep.
But we tend to stick to Kansas and Missouri. But every once in a while, if one of our guys is having a big match out there in Illinois, we will definitely cover that. But John, we appreciate you watching tonight. So, all right. Heel Dak, doubt. So, Charlene is the women's champ there. At 0-1? That's badass.
That is pretty badass.
Or SICW.
No, I don't think she's wrestled for SICW last I at
For
least
IWA.
Oh, IWA.
Yes. Look at that,
Fantastic.
Amber Houston joining. Look, Amber, I got all my championships on display for you. On display for you. All right, here we go. Let's get this started up here. Which one is which?
Welcome, wrestling fans, to the NWL TV.
Not that one.
I'm Ben Millerson with Ryan McGillicuddy.
Not that one. Looks like if you look at the other one, Dak Draper's in the thumbnail. So, and Michael Strider's in the other one. There we go.
Oh, see, it doesn't show thumbnails for me.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the main event tonight? I said, are you ready for the main event tonight? Let's do it!
I wonder what this venue is.
Let's not forget that the Mile High Magnum Chris
All right.
in this event himself, he said this is a celebration of everything that is Dak Draper. He even had the nerve to call it Dak Draper presents the NWL KC. So all night we've been seeing, I think, a little bit too much of our champ.
First of all, you can never see too much of
Look at that.
Draper.
Heel Dak Draper
Living here in Kansas City, and all the folks
in
at
Kansas
home
City.
watching should thank Dak
Now we
for
know that
Dak
heel
Draper.
Dak Draper
This
exists
town is a
outside,
horrible,
but
horrible
it's
place
just
to live.
weird to
People
remember.
are all horrible, and Dak Draper
Why are
now
kids
Kansas City
putting
is
underwear on their heads?
open sunshine.
Whitey Tighty. I'm pretty sure that kid twirling it right there in the glasses is
All the
probably
fans
filmed
here at
with mine.
ringside swinging their tidy whiteys around, showing their almost
this
mocking Dak Draper. He is
Volume down. There we go.
yeah. Whitey guy. So a bunch of fans have been bringing in tidy whiteys and waving them at Dak Draper, mocking him.
That Kansas City Championship is so beautiful.
Some of those quote tidy whiteys, not so white, if you know what I mean. I don't think they're fresh out of the package. Looks like they washed them down by the river.
I don't think you realize the gravity of what I've accomplished.
I certainly do.
Here we go. We've heard about it all week, and now we get to hear
In the
it all.
last 3 months in the NWL, you've witnessed a real rags to riches story.
Absolutely.
You watched me climb the ranks to become the most important man in Kansas City.
He certainly is. He certainly is.
And this wouldn't be Dak Draper presents
NWL KC.
without a recounting of that story.
Oh, now we.
The belt is gorgeous. Just thought I would throw that out there.
100%.
I do miss NWL sometimes too.
Their logo is badass too.
This is fantastic.
One of the best in wrestling.
He was in the NFL.
It's Lockdown Ray Briggs taking on the show-stealing, the scene-stealing Dak Draper. Dak Draper charging in the corner. Lockdown moves out of the way, rolls him up again. 2. Only gets a 2 count. Uh-oh, he's
He was in the NFL.
I agree, Hunter. He's a heel right now in St. Louis, feuding with Xavier Walker and whatnot. But it is definitely weird to see Dak Draper as a heel.
Dak Draper is I had a fever that night. He's like Michael Jordan with the flu. Dak Draper always delivers.
Calling the referee.
What is the ever opportunist
right now.
He's telling him to ring the bell. Max Edwards was laid out by Comic Mischief. He hooks him in for the mile-high Dr. Bomb. 1, 2, 3.
Fastest victory.
The Dr. Bomb.
Takes advantage.
That was beautiful.
Situations as usual.
Just when you thought
Are you actually
you all thought it couldn't get any
I
more
love it.
impressive, I just went and I set the
I love Dak
NWL
Draper.
record for quickest match. That record still stands. I can listen to that guy talk all day. Am I right?
Finals against Niles. The mile-high Magnum Dak Draper is
Dak Draper's great. How does he do it?
Against the wine connoisseur Niles Blanc. Dak Draper doesn't look.
Grab the bottle of wine. Was he leading? No, he couldn't possibly be leading.
Definitely not. He takes a swig of that wine and
Throws
just
the bottle
throws
into
the
the
bottle.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is this prepping for a Dak Draper interview or a Gil Rogers interview?
Right?
Matches in his grasp, and he almost had Dak Draper had he not put his foot.
Oh, spits that wine.
Right there, call that a clean victory.
God, dude, look how just it's crazy to number one. It's crazy to think that that this was 6 years ago. Number one. Number two, it's crazy to see how different both Niles and Dak look just 6 years ago. You'll be happy to know though.
I don't think Dak has much difference.
Oh, I do.
Unbelievable goal by hooking him with a gut wrench.
He's slimmed down a lot.
Nick Chin making the count.
Yeah.
Speaking of someone who looks different.
Not at all. I was gonna say Nick Chin doesn't look any different, and Mr. Gil Rogers hasn't changed one bit.
No, Gil looks exactly the same.
That you just saw. I want you to stand up right now.
I'm standing up. I was inspired by it. What a wonderful story.
Why
Dak's
are you
richest
standing?
story.
That's an inspiring video.
It was not inspired, it was a lie.
About Dak Draper winning the NWL Kansas City Championship happens to be the greatest story ever told.
Can Gil Rogers come out here and put a stop to this?
You know what? Shame on you!
Here we go, finally, some sense, something I can make sense of finally, some truth is coming to the ring in the NWL in the form of Gil Rogers.
What a generous man Dak Draper is to give this happy-go-lucky loser
Gil's Army
of a lifetime at his championship. Gil Rogers doesn't deserve this title.
If you remember last week, Dak Draper handpicked his opponent for tonight based on wins and losses. Now, while Gil Rogers may still have not picked up a victory here in the NWL, I think Dak Draper is underestimating him. I think he thinks this is going to be a walk in the
See Arlen?
for him.
I did.
He's going to be able to dispose of Gil Rogers and move on with
I
the
did
fight.
see
But
Arlen.
Gil Rogers is far more skilled than that.
Listen, when you're Dak Draper, everything that you do is a walk in the park, except, ironically, walking.
So we kind of spoiled the ending of this match with kind of saying he never won a match.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is an NWLKC championship contest set for one fall, and is for the NWLKC heavyweight title. Right now, introducing to you
Beautiful.
first to my left from Denver, Colorado,
Absolutely.
at 6'5", 200 pounds, the Mile High
Would look nice right about in that general area.
KC
Yep.
champion, Dak Draper.
There he is, the mile-high man.
Agreed, Kai.
Dak Draper holding high what makes him the best.
Love it.
Where did we see him? Did we saw him in? Was it St. Louis?
Yeah.
For Glory Pro? Yeah. We saw him at a gas station
It was
of
for
all
Glendale.
places. Like,
Yeah, we
Glendale,
saw
that's
we
right.
saw him at the gas station.
I walk out, like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Sitting there pumping his gas.
Opportunity of a lifetime for Gil Rogers. Can Gil Rogers?
What did I ask him? I was like, "Did you take 50 all the way here?" I don't
Yeah. I'm not a fan of 50 Highway.
To believe in fairy tales, but the real world doesn't work like that. Sure, Rocky was a great movie, but it's not real life. It's not going to happen here.
I know. There could be 6 shows in the area, and he'd find a way to be at every one.
Maybe he'll get some residuals from this match.
I bet he went to at least 3 on Saturday.
Oh, yeah,
Found one.
100%. Yeah.
Ironically, like to wear losers T-shirts or something.
Watch the crowd.
T-shirts sell very well here.
See who you recognize. I saw a few when I was watching the match between him and Strider.
Why would you want to pick up a Gil Rogers T-shirt when you could also at that same location get yourself a Dak Draper T-shirt?
I think Dak Draper, this could be the undoing. This could be the shortest reign of a heavyweight.
So I wonder if he did a.
Gil Rogers can do what
I remember his heel stint here, but I don't remember exactly when he turned. And something about it makes me think it was when Wyatt beat him for the title.
But he's not Dak Draper. He's not a winner.
Or maybe it was when they started feuding. I'm not sure.
Wakes up and he knows that he's going to be better than everybody else. And that is something that Gil Rogers just cannot say for himself. Gil Rogers has to put one foot in front of the other and work really, really hard. And when it comes to a guy like Dak Draper, well, you know, your hard work just doesn't beat talent. And I'll stand by that.
This is Dak Draper's first
You'll be happy to know that
defense, and what
Chin got probably the biggest pop of the night.
which could end tonight against
One of the biggest pops of the
his
night.
toughest opponent
Where?
today, but again, I think that's all lip service.
Last weekend?
I believe he's going to put the veteran Gil Rogers down.
2 days ago.
1, 2, 3.
You said
And
last
so far,
weekend.
that's not the
Like,
case,
bro.
because Gil Rogers is matching move for move with the
Yeah, it
Mile
was.
High Magnum.
You know what I
2 days ago.
I disagree with, and I really resent the fact that you would say that
I'm not wrong.
champion was trying to take the easy way out.
Kennedy got knocked down, and Dak went for a cover, and
Besmirch his name.
here comes sliding in Nick Chin.
Somebody who doesn't deserve it, like Gil Rogers, an opportunity of a lifetime. Gil, I would say
Nick Chin's kid starting dog water chant, and it picked up hella steam. Loved it, absolutely loved it.
To work it into our broadcast here tonight. Congratulations.
Dimitri told Campbell he sucked, and then Campbell told him to eat shit, and then Dimitri told him to eat his shorts.
Gil Rogers grabbed a pair of those tidy whities.
That was probably the highlight of the night for me, was Dimitri going, eat my shorts, eat my shorts. And then the crowd goes, eat his shorts, eat his shorts.
What if? Let's play a game, Christopher. What if Gil Rogers were able to dethrone Dak Draper for the championship, the Kansas City championship, and pick up
Circumstances
not
that
only
ain't here.
his
You're
first
talking shit on the
victory, but
premiere.
his first championship.
Well, I think if that happened, then I would probably be enjoying snow cones in hell if that happened. That's what I think.
Succinct and to the point is my broadcast partner, Christopher. It looks like Dak Draper has a waist lock on Gil Rogers. The two have been exchanging waist locks and holds here for the last few
What's his name outside of Kansas City? Roy.
over the other. And this
Rory
is the first
Fox.
time these two have been
Roy
agreeing
Fox.
with each other, so there's going to be a definite feeling
And
out
I didn't realize that until we interviewed Jay Fowler. And when I was creating his intro video, there was a match against Rory Fox, and I get, man, this guy looks really familiar. And it took me a while, like halfway through the match, before I realized it was Gil.
Drop toe hold, nicely done by Gil Rogers.
I wonder how many people the Scottish Rite Temple holds.
240, mile high magnum Dak Draper.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like they've got 3 sides and then nobody on the end there, so it kind of reminds me of the.
Or the encyclopedia, if you will, of professional.
There's a venue that does that too in Kansas City that
over Dak Draper. This is a
I can't
well-traveled
remember.
professional wrestler.
Gil Rogers, one of the top
Is it the Turner Rec Center?
entire country. I'm not
They used to do that, the one side blocked off like that, and then the 3-sided.
victory here in the NWL. He's just not going to get it at the
I
expense
don't
of
know.
the
Where is
best
the temple at?
Dak Draper.
Is it in Kansas City, Missouri?
Yes.
Trying to fight out of those head scissors. And
Which I just found out.
shape tonight.
Not know
I
it.
haven't seen him look this good in a long time. Gil Rogers is constantly
Gil
hoping
Rogers.
for that one big
I'll tell you,
opportunity.
man, every time Gil got in the ring, it was he's over. Crowd loved him.
Oh, he got quite the oh, look, Boulevard Batteries, because I think like 1,400.
Like you said, this guy keeps getting better. And
It's a big venue, man.
I gotta say, there's a part of me that likes Gil Rogers, a very small part of me. And I think that this guy deserves some success.
NWO, man, back when they were doing weekly shows.
This right now on 38 The Spot, because I want to be playing that
38 The Spot.
the rest of my life, saying that you actually respect Gil Rogers a little bit. You must.
Had to DVR that.
Yep.
So shout out to whoever worked for NWL that uploaded all the stuff on YouTube and kept the YouTube library up instead of deleting it, because everything else has been deleted.
Gil Rogers always going back to that side headlock.
Their Facebook, their Twitter, their Instagram, everything else got deleted, but their YouTube stayed up. So we have something to go back and watch, which is cool. So shout out to whoever.
So kids, you watching at home, I want you to put your brothers and sisters in a headlock right now, and just keep them in there for like 5 minutes. See how that feels.
Don't do that. No, we cannot do that. And folks, do not try any of these moves that these athletes do at home.
Not much has changed. Ben is still telling people not to do stuff.
And listen to me, and maybe learn something about the world of professional wrestling, and maybe a little bit about life itself, Mr. Miller.
Scoops him up. Looks like he's going for a box. And here, Gil floats over. Going for a roll-up here. 1, 2.
By the way, you know why I call you Mr. Miller? Because I don't care enough to learn your first name. That's why.
Ben, and you know it. I just don't think you can remember it. You are quite a bit older.
Yeah, you can't remember it because you don't know if it's
Gil Rogers now with a side
you know.
headlock gets a knee to the midsection of Dak Draper. Looks like
His name, kayfabe and out of kayfabe. He's got the same last name, but
those many moves in his arsenal, and Dak Draper.
I still have a hard time.
I do too. That's what I'm saying.
Beautiful standing drop kick. Make that 2.
It's easier to say Mr. Miller.
Of the Mile High Magnum, and Gil Rogers starting to mount some offense. Now going for that monkey flip again. Oh, unbelievable. Patty Gil Rogers on the head like he's some sort of child. Is the Mile High Magnum, and he gets a forearm for that sign of disrespect. Making that boot across the top of the head, and nice jumping elbow right to the top of the head, going for a cover. Gets a 2 count.
A rare sign of overconfidence from Dak Draper. This guy normally very, very humble, right? Hard to believe that something like that could come back to haunt him.
Sometimes I wonder if we're even watching the same match.
I wonder the same thing, Mr. Miller.
Gil once again was going back to that side headlock. Dak Draper misses with that elbow. He loves to use the elbow strike. Looks like he's going for a tilt-a-whirl slam, and Gil rolled him up. Got another 2 count, and a beautiful hip toss by Gil Rogers. And to make that 2, Gil Rogers is on a roll here. The fans love it, and the Scottish Rite Temple gets another 2 count.
One of the things about Gil Rogers is he's not real fancy, but everything that he does.
How did Gil look on Saturday?
They look great. I mean, dude,
no ring rust or anything. Didn't look like.
No, I mean, so just like I was talking about with Dak earlier. Like Dak has slimmed down a lot.
Right.
That's why he looks different here, and it would be the same thing I'd say about Gil as well. Gil is slim and tan. Eric Bischoff would be in love with both of these guys. So,
God forbid showing up at a Bischoff show not tan.
If he can't do it the Gil Rogers way, he doesn't want to do it. And what is Dak Draper doing? Looks like he's taking off that turnbuckle cover.
Lean, cut, and tan. Just how Eric Bischoff likes him.
I do absolutely love the red, white, and blue ropes and turnbuckles.
You do?
I love that look. Yeah.
Strike right between the shoulder blades, and if he rams his head
Interesting.
into that exposed steel bolt, that'll be it for Gil Rogers. Gil Rogers putting the brakes on. A couple strikes, couple chops.
It's got that old school feel to it.
Chops right across the chest. He's gonna ram Dak Draper's head off of it. No, he said he's not going to.
See, now that's what I'm talking
Another thing I like is depending on the
Turn. Dak Draper kicks Gil
God.
Rogers right in the no-no zone.
No-yo zone.
Is that the technical? Did you get that from a medical book?
Anyway, what I was saying was depending on the logo, and NWO had a fantastic logo. They got it in the middle of that ring there too.
Was looking at the terminal. Beautiful strategy
on the canvas.
there from Dak Draper.
Dak Draper is frustrated because this match has gone longer than he thought. He thought Gil Rogers would not put up a fight, so he has to go low and take the cheap way out. And I bet now this is the turning point for this match because Dak Draper.
Yeah, man, I have a hard time remembering like this heel phase of Dak. So then I had a hard time remembering about the tighty whities.
But that idiot, Gil Rogers, has to live by some stupid code, and it's the code of the loser, and he's paying for it right now.
I was really big into it when, like I said, right around the. Was that Brian?
There on the outside of the ring, right in front of some.
Was that Brian J?
Probably.
Let's see if the camera will turn again. Right there with the sign.
Oh no, absolutely not.
The big red sign?
Yeah, no. That guy's head is twice the size of Brian J's.
Yeah,
Brian's got a head like this.
Listen, when you're a champion, you do exactly what it takes to win. You take advantage of opportunities. That's why Dak Draper's a winner, and that's why Gil Rogers isn't, because he doesn't take.
Why'd we bring all these underwear?
Just like that. And that's why he's in the position.
Oh, that looks stiff.
But yes, the right around the time that Wyatt won the title and he had that pink boa was when I got really big in NWL. I think it was during that final year. I think there was only two KC champions, Draper and Wyatt.
Yeah.
Gil Rogers, and again we go back to the fact that the low blow is what turned the tide for Dak Draper. Oh, driving right in the side of the head. Dak Draper has pinpoint accuracy with those moves.
This is where the champion is so dangerous. He's methodical. The guy's in great shape. He's not in a hurry to beat Gil Rogers. I don't think he's getting as frustrated as you say that he is. This guy is firmly on top of everything.
Gil Rogers still firing back a hard forearm strike, and Gil Rogers will not give up the fight. He can sense victory was in his grasp, and he's looking to regain some of that momentum and pick up a victory and his first championship.
Listen, if you're going to be in a match with Gil Rogers, you're in for a long fight. There's no denying that. This guy's in fantastic shape. He's a great wrestler. Knows great maneuvers. This guy.
I think we've asked Brian this before, but who was that other announcer with Ben?
I think we have asked Brian before.
Like, he sounds familiar.
And it's crazy to think that like we have to ask Brian, like, bro, I watch this show every week.
Yeah.
And I went to like 3 or 4 events. And like the only thing I could chalk it up to is the time that NWL was around. I had a massive drinking problem. So that's maybe the only thing I can think of. Maybe.
That's right, because I'm
Gohan 1171. Appreciate you joining. We are watching some old NWL Kansas City. Dak Draper against Gil Rogers. Gil Rogers is going to be our guest on Thursday night, so we're watching a couple Gil Rogers matches to get prepared for that. Not a whole lot of traction going on over there on the Twitch channel, Gohan. So if you'd like, you're more than welcome to come follow the I-70 Hot Tag on YouTube or Facebook and come over and chat with the other viewers that we have on YouTube or Facebook.
Doesn't have to do that.
Dak Draper putting on a clinic right here.
Nice.
My man.
My man.
Looks like he's got him in that gut wrench position. What is he doing here? Could he be setting
All
him
right.
up for that mile
The
high
power
Dr. Bob?
of Dak Draper.
You want Gil to do something?
Gil trying to figure out a way out of this gut wrench. Oh!
Ooh.
Flips him over with a gut wrench suplex there. Driving Gil Rogers into the center of the ring here in the Scottish Rite Temple.
Boy, Dak Draper has never looked better.
He just said you're the worst fan ever.
That you've seen the absolute perfection in what a professional wrestler should be. He gets better every week, doesn't he?
The announcer, I'll tell you what, man.
Run to the title. That's all I'm gonna say. I think the only time he's been really truly tested was in his championship match against Blade Meeks. Other than that, I'd say Dak has used every opportunity to
I'm sorry, I was reading the comments. I dig old Ben Miller as a commentator.
That is
100%. I do too.
Is that he takes advantage of opportunities. He recognizes
Ricky
when
Shepherd.
the door is opening and he swings it wide open and walks right through with his foot.
Says, hey, I'm here. It's Gohan 1171. Appreciate you, Ricky.
face of Gil Rogers. This match should be over in short order. The Mile High
Just making sure the Twitch.
capitalized on his advantage.
Sorry, Hunter. We just sent the only Twitch viewer to Facebook.
We sent the only Twitch viewer back to Facebook or YouTube.
Of our champion. I'm just saying.
Part of me wishes Dak would bring back the Mile High Muffler as a finisher. That'd be pretty cool.
Looking like he might be going for another suplex. And again, Gil Rogers.
Uh-oh.
fighting
Got
his
some
way
news
out
for
of
us.
this
For
forearm
you,
strikes
probably.
and shots to the midsection of the Mile High Magnum. High back body drop. Sends Gil Rogers crashing into the middle of the ring. Did you see the elevation on that back body drop?
He was
What's
every
the news?
bit of that 6'5" frame and then some. Gil Rogers come crashing to the mat. Why doesn't Gil Rogers?
He's
just
training to be a
realize that
wrestler.
He is outclassed. Why doesn't he quit? No shame.
That's just my guess.
In giving up and saying, Dak, you're the better man. Why doesn't he do that?
Because Gil Rogers doesn't play by that, the rule book of life that you play by. This guy will never give up. This guy will never be bullied or pushed over.
The old stretch muffler
He's got more heart than
submission. Dak used it a couple of times in
now
ROH.
he's showing that heart by fighting it back against the Mile High Magnum.
Come on, Dak.
He's got him locked. He could be going for that butterfly suplex.
Oh, damn, I was.
Those forearm strikes right in the middle of the back.
I think I guessed it right.
Dak Draper, there it is. Butterfly suplex.
Yep, in July finally.
Hell yeah.
Gil Rogers still has a lot
Most
of
definitely.
there's that.
Where would you be training at, Ricky?
I was gonna say, is he in the Kansas City area?
I think no, I think he's, if I remember correctly, I think he might be in the Oklahoma area. Ricky, I apologize if I said that wrong. Yeah, I want to say he's. I'd have to go back and look at my messages because I know him and I were talking about it on the in a message.
Tulsa. There you go.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bam.
Yep.
Look at that, brother.
It's called intelligence right there.
Yep. Here, this could be it.
That's cool, man. There's a lot of good promotions down there in Oklahoma. UWO does great.
Core.
Yeah, Core's down there in Oklahoma.
Unfortunately, you're down there with the scum of the earth like Red James.
Yeah.
We might be having an upset here. Maybe Gil Rogers
He did just win a title with the Tulsa area code on it. I'm not sure what promotion it's from.
Yep.
But
could be going for a bulldog here, and he drives
he hasn't stopped posting about it since he won it. Just like he did with that social media championship.
That he lost really quick.
Real quick.
Has wobbly legs, high knee.
Oh, wow.
High knee connects right with the jaw of Dak.
Here it is.
Could we be seeing
1, 2. Oh!
Foot on the bottom rope.
He wasn't 6'8", he wouldn't have got to them ropes.
Because he knows exactly where he is at all times, even after that big.
The 819 title of course. Hate that guy.
High knee almost
We hate that guy too.
Yeah.
Gil
He's a mouthy son bitch. Surprised he's not in here right now. He likes to come in here and
I've never seen that before.
talk crap in our comments.
Connects out of nowhere. 2, 3.
There it is. Draper bomb.
Good night, Gil Rogers.
Gil Rogers, after a valiant effort, has been defeated by the
What a match, though, man. That was like a 20-minute title match. Like, that's one of our longest matches. Definitely one of our longest singles matches we've watched on this show.
Yeah, we watched the beginning stuff, but only because number one, I didn't want to fast forward through it, and number two, it was just really interesting to see heel Dak Draper in Kansas City.
Yeah, this is what we're at almost the 30-minute mark of the video. Yeah, that was probably a good 22 minutes, probably.
Yep.
20 minutes. So.
All right, folks, we got to get out of here for Christopher Fulton, Marty Bell.
I saw Debbie and Tim.
We'll see you next time here in the NWLKC. Good night, everybody.
Yes, I agree, Hunter. I agree. It was weird to see him come out at Grandel and the crowd boo him and him heel it up. So he's my third match when I get done training.
Yes. Do we got a small intermission or no?
Yeah, we can I got the where we at? Upcoming guest templates, so we'll play that, and then but first we'll do a little word from our sponsors. So we'll see you guys in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yes. Don't go anywhere. Fuck me.
See you in a minute.
You can't buy happiness, but you can buy donuts, and that's kind of the same thing. I can't wait to sink my teeth into one. Big Daddy's eating more donuts.
Look at that. Hunter Dillon back at the same time we are. Welcome back, everybody. It is the pit stop here. We just finished watching Gil Rogers take on the Mile High Magnum Dak Draper in an NWL Kansas City Heavyweight Championship match. Fantastic match. We got Gil Rogers on this Thursday night. So we're going to chat with him, and we've kind of already spoiled it already earlier, but Gil Rogers made his return to CSW and really to the ring in general. He was advertised to come in and sign some autographs, take some pictures, all that good stuff. Ended up getting into the ring. and faced Orion Starlight. So we'll break down that match, that card. Chase was there live. We'll break down the entire Central States Wrestling event. I watched the Glory Pro Wrestling over in St. Louis. I watched that live on Fight TV. So we'll break that one down as well. But not only that, guys, Mid-States Wrestling, they had an event in Springfield, and they crowned their first ever Missouri heavyweight champion in an 8-man tournament. Trailblazer Championship Wrestling in Ottawa, Kansas, they ran an event, and we'll talk about that one as well. And last but certainly not least, New Breed Wrestling, Capital Punishment in Jefferson City, Missouri. So there was wrestling all over our area. I'm not sure if I know there was this Sunday, SICW ran yesterday. So I'm not sure if it was a recording that happened or if it was a live on their Facebook page and on their YouTube. So, but again, Pit Stop, we are here to kind of get us prepared for our interview on Thursday. We've got Gil Rogers. We're going to talk to the, I guess not the creator, but the man behind Gil's Army. You may also know him as Rory Fox. He wrestled up in Iowa and Nebraska, as Rory still does, I think, a little bit, but he's known as Gil Rogers here in the Kansas City area. But here we are, guys. We have a bonus match for you. We watched a fantastic first match against Dak Draper. We're going to continue the theme, and we are going to watch another NWL match of his. This from, I think, 2017 against the current CSW Chief Operating Officer, Matchmaker, owner, booker. I'm not sure what his official title is. Michael Strider, who is a Kansas City legend. He was one of our first guests on the show. Absolutely love Michael Strider. We could have talked to him for hours. It was cool. He talked about a couple, early days in his career back in the early 2000s. He had posters of the old NWA days and Central States days. So it was pretty cool to talk to him. We're going to pull this up here. Chase is still not back yet. So what we'll do is we'll just kick things off here. Again, this is Gil Rogers taking on Michael Strider from NWL, the National Wrasslin League in Kansas City back in 2017.
There he is, Jackson Administrator.
Major Basin.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to the NWL TV. I'm Ben Miller, sitting with Ryan McGillicuddy. Oh, no. There he is.
Look at Matt Jackson.
We just saw him, Ben. He shut down Marty Bell from that vantage point. He's not going to give her a match. I don't think Carolina deserves to be in the ring with such an ingrate like Marty Bell. Here comes our
Hello, Matthew Holland. Appreciate you coming in.
And as you said, as we just saw, will Marty
Good to
Bell
see you as
find the
always.
fight that she's been looking for here tonight? But apparently,
Matt Jackson, man.
Well, that's shocking.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a few things I'd like to say. First of all, where's the voice of NWL, Ben Miller? Where's he at? Is he out here? Oh, there he is, right back there. Hey,
Ben, he's pointing to you.
Round of applause for Ben. Round of applause.
Ben, come on.
Mr. Miller, what I would like you to do before the night's over is take that crate that we gave away all those free T-shirts in and get every single T-shirt back. Because I didn't authorize that, and I want every T-shirt returned.
Yeah, what you guys didn't see is that Ben Miller stole merchandise and gave it to the fans. Collect it all.
This is absolutely one of you idiots to do the same thing he did. Give me back your T-shirt. Thank you.
You don't deserve. You didn't pay for that.
Now, about this new YouTube show where you, the fans, are going to actually compete against wrestlers in trivia.
That's correct.
Well,
NWT's a great
I've got my twin boys' birthday. One of them is on Friday, one of them is on Saturday, and mine is on Sunday. So the Elliott trifecta starts on Friday. Hey, Chase.
Sorry.
Matt Jackson is so.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, he's brilliant to rip on the fans because I agree.
You know, business I've learned is really weird. You know, Major Basin started this company. He was the president of the company. And Major Basin ran this TV show. And let me tell you something. Major Basin loves each and
You hear that?
every one of you people.
Yeah.
It's my garage door.
And let me tell you, the great people of Kansas City, they showed their love back by not coming out to the events. So it's really weird. Where me, and I want you guys to really
Stop laughing at this.
I want you guys to take this in. Are you ready? I want you to know. Go ahead. I'll stand out here all night. It don't bother me.
This is one of those times where I wish the fans just let's get Matt Jackson out of the ring.
It's all digital, Dan.
This show, because quite frankly, I'm sick of hearing him talk.
Why do you want Major?
Hunter Frost.
But the fact of the matter is, and I couldn't be more serious, and I want the hard cam to really zoom in on me when I say this. I could care less about any of you, and yet you packed the building. I mean, it's unreal. Ladies and gentlemen, Major Basin proved one thing, and that is just like every other major sports owner in this city, he does not know what he's doing.
That's true. You saw the Chiefs. They choked again just recently.
Feast your eyes on the most powerful man in the world. That's me, baby.
Whoa, would you look at this?
Oh, God.
Apparently somebody else has had enough of Matt Jackson, and here comes Gil
There's Walter
say he is the
sitting front row.
champion of the NWL.
Is this the
Why is he out here?
Is this the same venue?
He showed up at the NWL Rumble. He got
This looks like it might be a
29
different
other
spot.
guys. He doesn't deserve to come out here and interrupt Matt Jackson.
Unless the
at this
rings is
point.
set up in a different angle.
Psychotic.
The jam-packed, sold-out crowd here in Overland Park, Kansas, loves and respects Gil Rogers, and I don't know what he's out here to say.
Arlen?
Quite frankly, this wasn't on our rundown, but I cannot wait to hear what
Is
Gil
yours
has to
skipping a
say.
little bit, or is it
Like I
just me?
said, some believe
It's just you.
that this man should be the NWL
Yeah, see, there's
champion.
Walter. And then you see the guy with his holding his phone sitting next to Walter?
Why is he even out here?
No, I can't. It's extremely blurry on my side.
Well, that's 'cause
Where's
you
Walter?
suck.
Which one's Walter?
Hold on.
Right there on the left? Oh, I see
Yeah.
Walter. Okay, I see Walter now.
All right. Now you see the guy sitting next to Walter.
Is that Kevin?
No. The little kid sitting next to him wearing that hat
Yeah.
is I always forget his name, but he's part of the KC Wrestling Academy. The blonde-headed kid that always comes up to us and says what's up at
Okay.
CSW.
Yep.
He does security. That's him and his dad. They sat behind us at KCXW.
Okay. Yep, I know who he is.
Talk to this man. Do you know the level of delusion he has?
That's
Why
crazy,
is he even
dude.
out here?
They're saying Guilford Perez. I can't argue with that.
I apologize for interrupting you, Mr. Jackson. But I nearly won
No update, Matt.
the NWL Rumble. I came so close to becoming champion. Didn't I, fans?
But you didn't.
So please, Mr. Jackson, I want an NWL title shot this year. I know I can
Scott
do
Tyler
it.
says, when NWL has fought on public television, I didn't have cable, and I watched every single episode they put out. Now I kick those guys in the face for money. Life is good. That's right.
2018 undefeated. We are
Scott Tyler just kicked one of these guys in the face not too long ago. A couple days ago.
Mr. Rogers.
I forgot his name in NWL. What did I say his name was in NWL?
Who?
Merc.
Oh.
This is why they should not be voting here.
I don't remember. Yeah, look up the message.
I told you on Messenger.
The crowd's really loving Gil
You did.
Rogers.
So what'd you tell me?
Gil, why on earth
Listen
would
here,
I
bitch.
ever let you wrestle for the title?
Let me tell you something.
You're a loser. You never won. But every match they cheated. Every match they cheated. Mr. Rogers, you're full of excuses. But you know what? You people may not like me, but I'm a fair man.
He was Graham Bell from Journey Pro, and he was Kyle Mars from NWL.
There you go.
Okay? If you win that match, you're not going to have to wait till the end of the year, okay? Okay? You'll get a title shot. Let's say we'll do that in February.
Good dog.
Well, Matt Jackson's being reasonable.
Yay. However, if you lose here tonight, because I'm not waiting another year, if you lose here tonight, Gil Rogers, you
Real quick. Also, after I told you that, you said, funny thing is, I don't remember Graham Bell, but I definitely remember Kyle Mars, though. LOL. But you couldn't remember his name just now. Okay.
Correct.
But I love the NWL and I love all these great fans.
Gil, I mean, listen to that ovation, right? You can't deny that.
Yes, he does, Ricky. Yes, he does. Rory Fox. You'll probably know him in Iowa.
Yes, I can do it. I'm going to do it the Gil Rogers way. Okay, Gil Rogers, if you beat this man, you get a shot. But if not, you're fired. This man right here, bring him on out, brother.
The Gil Rogers way has, what is it, 0 for 50? Yes!
He might have just signed his own death warrant. Michael Strider is going to go one-on-one with Gil Rogers in our opening contest here tonight. If Gil Rogers loses, he is fired from the NWL. But if he wins, he gets a title shot.
Gil Rogers' opponent tonight.
The Foundation. Michael Strider. That
There's
is
Ryan J.
Yep. That is God. What am I? I'm drawing a blank here. The ring announcer. He announced for Journey Pro for a little while. He wrestles up north
You
now.
understand that Michael Strider, he is
Yeah, he follows us on Twitter. Captain Gerthy?
Yes, Midnight Guthrie. Midnight Guthrie, yep. Dude's freaking hilarious. Like, he did a great job with Journey. And he still is, man.
You understand that Michael Strider, he is one of the best ever.
Here we go.
Well, one of the guys that announced
Gil Rogers is not going to get his first victory against Michael Strider.
I know Midnight announced pre-COVID. I don't know. I don't think he did after they came back.
Michael Strider with his tailbone there. Now Gil bouncing it from pillar to post here.
Come on, Strider, stop!
Strider bouncing his head off that bottom turnbuckle.
Classic.
Gil Rogers putting
Classic.
the boots to it. Did we see the signs of a new Gil Rogers last time in the NWL Rumble? He said he's not taking any more crap.
Herb Simmons. Good evening, sir.
Wants to do it the Gil Rogers way. Like I said, he's 0 for 50. That's what the Gil Rogers way is. And he thinks he's going to get it here. He is going to be
He's
fired
beating Goldberg's streak the opposite way.
Look at that, a plancha
Oh!
over the top rope by Gil Rogers. Now he's raining some right hands.
What a leap.
I've never seen Gil do that before.
There's Kennedy.
Over the top rope plancha, and the fans.
That Lucy Mendez.
It
The
is.
aggression that Gil's showing is a little out of
Mrs.
character for him.
Mrs.
but,
Steele.
I mean, come on, Michael Strider.
Mrs.
If you're
Steele.
going to go to the outside, you don't want to do it with Michael Strider.
Is that Kenny Alfonso holding the barricade?
Maybe Gil Rogers really has had enough. of being.
I'll be a son of a bitch. That's Kenny
Yep,
Alfonso
it
holding
is.
holding the barricade.
Yes, it is.
Man.
Oh, God. Did you
Started
see
from the
his
bottom,
head
now he is.
bounce off that steel post? I could hear his
That's
skull.
right. Gil making his way back to SICW on July 8th. We're going to have him on the
Gil
show on
Rogers never
Thursday.
blinks? He's like a
We will
fish.
definitely
He's
talk about
weird.
SICW.
He's just one
with
of
him.
the things that makes him such a delusional weirdo. He shouldn't be in this company anyway.
Gil Rogers may be out of it. His head smacked off the corner of that.
Oh, yep. Had to get under the ring real quick to Blade.
Busted wide open. Would you look at that?
I'm seeing some Gil juice.
Gil Rogers.
Gil juice.
Oh my goodness, that is a bad laceration on the forehead of Gil Rogers.
Color guy is awesome.
You know he loves it when somebody's busted open like this.
Oh, God,
I guess that answers our question.
Yep.
On who the color commentator was.
Man, that guy sounds familiar.
He's disgusting.
Sounds like one of the hosts of the worst territory in the world.
Well, sounds like we're listening to it. Both guys are on here.
Now Michael Strider, like you said, like a shark that smells blood in the water, grinding those fingers into that lacerated forehead.
You know they're in Kansas.
Rip open that epidermis. That's great.
What a violent way to start.
Gil's bleeding. You know they're in Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
Gil Rogers literally putting his life, his career on the line against a
This might be St. Joe.
Michael Strider.
It's Kansas. They said it at the beginning of the video, you dweeb.
What venue is it then? What city is it in?
Overland. He said Overland Park, Kansas.
Okay.
See, even Chris Goff knows.
Tonight, you're going to see a six-man tag matchup featuring Maddox, Marco Hallett, and Ace Steel taking on
There's
the
Maddox.
best in the world, and Jack Foster. Nice suplex by Michael Strider, grinding that forearm across the bridge of the nose. Only gets
Man.
Can you imagine if when Gil Rogers gets fired tonight? I mean, what is this guy going to do for a job? I mean, like, what kind of discernible skill does this man have?
Gil Rogers trying to fight his way out, and he gets caught with a back elbow. That blood.
There was one of the guys that was doing ring announcing who does the Spanish announce table.
To Carolina, so much happening here on NWL TV. We've got so much exclusive
Shriner's building on Metcalf and 635.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com.
Wonder how many people that building holds.
I mean, we are growing day by day, and you don't want to miss a moment.
No, the one before this was 1,400, according to
Skip past my question, though. Thanks for that.
Boulevard.
Information. What is Gil going to do for a job?
this one looks smaller, I
He's
think.
going to be pumping my gas. This guy has no
I haven't
skill.
seen the other side of the building from the other direction, but
Just like you said, if Gil Rogers
500 max.
tonight,
There
which
you go.
I highly doubt. Gil Rogers, look at that, the blood just pouring off the forehead of Gil Rogers. Trust me, once Gil Rogers wins tonight, he'll
There's
be
Digital
heading
Dan.
straight for that NWL championship.
And
Listen to that crowd.
Tom Pacheco, I think, right next to him. One of the, I think he's a commentator for New Breed.
I get it. That doesn't mean he's going to beat Michael Strider. It means he's definitely going to lose.
Vicious clothesline by Michael Strider as Gil Rogers cannot seemingly put together
Oh, yes. I didn't recognize him because he was sitting down.
He's like a psycho. He's another person.
And I don't ever think I got his name, but there's a guy over to the right sitting front row. He's got tattoos like all over his face and stuff. And I've seen him at CSW and I can't remember his name.
Right hand. Gil Rogers trying desperately to fight his way out of this. He is fighting for his life. Beautiful drop kick. And Michael Strider is reeling.
Come on.
Gil Rogers, man.
Strider, you can't let Gil Rogers have any kind of success here.
Nice bulldog out of the corner. Shades of Dustin Rhodes.
I can't wait till Coronation is uploaded because I want to go back and see I want to see the excitement from Joe McDonald and Ben Miller on Gil winning his first match in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Let's not forget,
Ooh.
stacked against Gil Rogers by
Kick,
Matt
dude.
Jackson. Let's not forget that Carolina is on the outside, and she's a factor wherever she goes.
Well, look, she's still thinking about, should I give Marty Bell a match or not? Come on. No.
Pulls him up, almost gets a 2, and he just got
Oh,
Speaking
come
of,
on.
speaking of cheating,
for that title. 1, 2. No, Gil kicks out.
How did he kick out of that? I was Strider.
I like it.
Even with a handful of tights, Gil Rogers somehow, some way refuses to lose in front of all these great fans. Oh, I think he's been lacerated.
Look at this, man.
once
The
again
pit
on
stop.
top of his
Over an hour and 11 minutes.
Title belt.
And we're
Still going strong,
we're
man.
still watching wrestling, man. I like it.
Rogers is a bloody mess, and now they're just exchanging
Josh coming in clutch this week, guys. He picked two good quality length matches.
Maybe Gil Rogers will get his
Gil
just
was
dessert right here
over
in front
like
of the
Rover.
sold-out crowd at the Abdallah Shrine.
And maybe I'll win the lottery, and maybe I'll get struck by lightning 3 times tonight. Those are other things that aren't going to happen.
Go walk outside and hold a pole and test that theory.
man, his intro when they first signed him, you got to go watch that. It's like a 3-minute video, and he kind of wanders around the NWL headquarters to try to get a meeting with Major Baisden. Comedy gold.
Strider kicks out.
Woo.
Yes. Strider, thank you. Crack him in the head again. Carolina, come on.
Look at this butterfly suplex. Nicely executed. The fans are standing on their feet here in Overland Park. And here comes that patented Gil Rogers high knee.
No. Get up.
Could this be it? Oh,
Yes,
come on.
thank you.
Carolina puts a bottom foot of
Wow.
Michael Strider on that rope.
You know what to do, Mr. Kennedy.
What if the referee got a problem with Carolina?
Yeah, that's right.
Get out of here.
She's a manager. She's a manager. What are you doing?
Adam Kennedy knows that
He started doing the backland steps in the office.
and she needs to go to the back.
Dude, it was great.
You know, these referees like Adam Kennedy always trying to become the star out here, throwing out Carolina. She did nothing.
Little Hussey's now throwing a temper tantrum. And Strider dumps Gil Rogers. That's what she is. She's a Jezebel.
No, she's not. She's a beautiful lady.
Look at that sunset flip.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5. Come on, Adam. Turn around.
Kennedy.
Dang it, Adam.
That's his, look, they got
There it
rid of
is.
Carolina. That's what you wanted.
Strider with an arm wringer. Oh, no. Strider spiral. Spikes Gil Rogers. 2 and 3.
Yes.
Dang it. Gil Rogers has been defeated, has been cheated by the foundation.
Digital Dan was probably the biggest Gil Rogers fan I'd ever met.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Digital Dan is still using that same camera he has to take pictures.
Well, he is the leader of Gil's army. At least that's what I was made to believe at these NWL events. He was always the he had the signs, he had the shirts. He was always at the front.
This hurts me to do, and this hurts me a lot more than it's going to hurt any of you. Gil Rogers, you're fired.
Yes, it's done.
And he pulled Michael Strider back in the ring to witness.
Well, he's the one that helped him happen. Then what a glorious day.
Look at the blood pouring. Dang it, Gil Rogers.
Nah.
Stop. Nobody's saying this. You're the only one saying this.
Get out of here, you loser.
Gil Rogers tried his hardest, man.
Oh, well, you know what? Everyone tries their hardest, but there's still a bunch of losers.
Gil Rogers left an imprint on all these fans and left an imprint on the NWL. Thank you, Gil Rogers, for your contributions. I don't know if we'll ever see Gil Rogers again.
See you never, buddy.
I'm sorry I let all the NWL fans down.
Thank you, Gil.
Arlen wearing the Green Bay Packers hoodie.
Wouldn't expect anything more from him.
A man of consistency, I see. He still wears that Green Bay Packers hoodie.
100%. And there you have it. Gil Rogers. Gil.
Man, why were you over on my side?
Because you took an hour to come back from break.
I did, didn't I? Yeah. Had some pizza rolls. So
That'll explain it.
Yeah, I will explain it. So there it is. Our two Gil Rogers matches of the night, guys. Yes, an awful way. I don't think that's how his career ended.
I'm not sure, man.
Pretty sure he came back, didn't he?
Yeah, because this was I remember. Did it say what year that was? Was it 18? If it was 18, then it might have been his last match. But if it was 17, it definitely wasn't, because I remember him pretty strong that last year of NWL.
Yeah,
maybe he got a second chance match or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Interesting.
We will have Mr. Gil Rogers on the show on Thursday night.
Have a few things to talk to him about. We're going to talk to him about his time in NWL. We're going to talk to him about what he did after NWL. And then we're going to talk to him about his return to Kansas City with CSW and his time away from CSW with his injury and then coming back. And then also we're going to talk about his wardrobe malfunction on WWE with Zack Ryder. So, which I guess I have a picture of it. Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm not putting that on screen.
Yes, please don't.
Yeah. Kai goes, I'll send you a photo and you can put it on screen during the interview. Absolutely fucking not. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Josh, you have anything else before we close out tonight?
No, it was a good episode here. Yeah, and you're right. We had an hour's worth of wrestling to watch. The last couple of weeks we've had a couple short matches, but those were two phenomenal. I asked Gil about the match he recommended that we watched, and his first immediate response was his Dak Draper title match. So, which was, like I said, every bit of a 20-minute banger. So, but yeah, well, I got nothing else.
Fantastic. Which is funny. I mean, like I really enjoyed that Dak match, but I thought that Strider match was better than the Dak one. So,
yep.
Both great choices tonight. Anytime we get to reach into the vault for NWL, I'm always excited. Just because, like we mentioned earlier, that time period, though I was kind of like deeply involved, watching it and consuming the product, it's just weird, man. It's crazy. I can remember stuff from 10 years ago, but I can't remember, like 2017 to 2019 is just kind of a blur to me. So, it's kind of nice to go back and relive some of that shit. So, tune into the hot tag on Thursday. We will have Gil Rogers on. We're also going to talk about our sponsorship of Circus Maximus, St. Louis Anarchy. We're going to break down the CSW show and all the cool stuff that happened there. And then also try and break down the other 4 events that happened that weekend. Other than that, guys, make sure you are following the I-70 hot tag on social media. We greatly appreciate it. Josh, anything else?
We'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you to Big Daddy's Donuts and Dean's Trophies. And as always, my name is Chase. This is my friend, my co-host, the real Josh Elliott. And as always, good fight and good night.